Hi everybody, welcome to this week's video. Uh, Today is actually just a bit of a quick one around a typical ADHD kind of thing to do. So this is pretty much what I did over the last few weeks. So after putting off for months and months and months starting the channel, because you do a bit of research, you look at other people that are doing a similar thing, you see there's lots of people doing it. So you convince yourself that actually there's no point in me doing it because everyone else is doing it. What can I bring to the table that's not already there? And then finally you get to a point where you think, no, I'm going to do it. And for me, I need some accountability. So I kind of set myself a date. I messaged my cousin and said, right, I'm going to do this because I know that she's backing me as well. And suddenly there's more reason to get it done. And obviously my wife and my kids, and I told them. So then you do it and you do a couple of videos and you think it's fine. And I knew, but also kind of forgot that we had a week's holiday. So I didn't do a video that week and I hadn't planned to do a video that week. And then I panicked about not doing a video that week because suddenly it's inconsistent, even though I've only done two before. So I've done two videos. I have no following other than kind of friends and family and all you wonderful people that are supporting me, but it's not big, it's not huge, it's growing. But even then, through the week, there is a feeling of, I've dropped my consistency now. There's no point in doing it anymore. Feeling bad and feeling guilty that you haven't done what you said you were going to do, and then that kind of losing momentum and being a bit like, well, there's almost no point now, and it's really hard. So I've made myself do this video just to kind of get myself back into the swing of things. But it's a really weird thing, and for me, that is a very common ADHD trait of almost setting yourself up to fail because you don't think things through, and then really giving yourself a hard time for not doing what you think you should be doing. That's really hard to explain. But that happens quite a lot where you'll set deadlines in your mind, or you'll have goals in your mind, or you will kind of want to get things done, and then for whatever reason you don't, and then you almost kind of back up your, oh, well, I knew that was going to happen. I always do this. I always forget to do that. And you kind of bring yourself down and demotivate yourself. And it's really hard for the people that are around you as well, because it's nobody's fault. It's just a thing. And actually, when you break it down into realistic terms, I haven't let anyone down. I can do a video whenever. I'm not earning money from this channel. I don't have a huge following. I haven't put out that content yet and created those courses that I'm going to. But I felt like I'd let myself down in the sense that I wanted to start. I wanted to be consistent. I wanted to just make sure I did one video a week for however long, as it grew and it was building. And I didn't do that. So after 2 weeks, I missed a week, didn't do a video, and was like, so I might as well give up then. And that's a really common thing throughout my life, in that I will kind of set up these things that I want to do, or start these businesses, or do whatever it is. And as soon as something goes out of kink slightly, I'm like, well, that's it then. It's that over dramatic response to it, I suppose. One of the ways to kind of deal with that is to break things down. So whether you can do that on your own, whether you can kind of go, right, actually, what are the facts here? Does it make a difference? Can I redo it? When can I redo it? Can I make a new plan? And sometimes I need help with that. So my wife, my kids, there would be somebody, my friends, will help me to rationalize, because I think that's the thing. I can become quite irrational with my justification, and can absolutely back up what I'm saying, even though it's not real. So yeah, so that was one of the things. And one of the things I found really interesting, we've been watching that Tyson Fury show on Netflix, and actually in there is quite a lot of similarities. I know that he's got ADHD, and I think he's been diagnosed with bipolar, and I think there's a lot of crossover there in the highs and the lows, but I also think they're very different. And it was quite interesting to see that he will have these ideas. He'll be like, right, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And then he tried to book flights somewhere and there wasn't a flight there. So he's like, oh, no, I'm not doing it now. And he just goes off and does something else. And that's quite similar in that we can have these ideas of, oh, I want to go and do this. Oh, let's go and do that now. And if you don't kind of do it straight away, then it becomes annoying and harder to do. And then you lose motivation, but pretty much straight away. And I think that's the difference for me with somebody with ADHD and somebody without, is that you can, without ADHD, I believe that you can kind of plan something and deal with it if it doesn't kind of go to plan straight away, or you can't do it straight away, you're happy to wait. You might get a little bit impatient and a little bit disappointed, but it's not catastrophic. Whereas with ADHD, that impulsiveness of, oh, let's go and do this, that would be a great idea. And if you can't do it straight away, or you can't get started on it straight away, or you're going to go do it in 3 months, it's almost like, oh, well, there's no point in it, is there? And there's no kind of middle ground or compromise. It is quite literally all or nothing. It does change. It does change as you get older. I think in some ways I'm better with it now, but equally in some ways I'm absolutely worse. So if we're going to do something in the house, or paint or decorate or whatever, I kind of want to get up and get on it by 8, half 8 in the morning. If it gets to sort of 10:30, 11, or 11:30, and you still got to go to the shop to get things, I really do lose interest in doing it, because then yeah. So that was it. So today's video was around just getting back on to making a video, getting back onto being consistent, trying to put out a video every week. And it would be interesting to see whether any of you feel a similar way, whether you are quite happy if things aren't consistent and you can pick things up and drop them as you go, or whether it's something you've struggled with in the past, whether it's, you quite like that excitement of doing something, but then if it doesn't go your way straight away, then not go your way, but if it doesn't happen in the way that you planned it to happen, do you struggle to pick up from that and just carry on, or are you quite good at just kind of pushing through and doing that? So the other video for this week is going to be on self-esteem. So the other video for this week is going to be on self-esteem and ADHD. So I'll get that done this week, and that will be up. Cool. See you soon.